Here on page 2, people voted for the Torrential maze, and, well, it's kind of an annoying one. I expected as much, really, but I was not prepared for the horrors within. Anyways, oh wow, how did that egg get all the way over there? Come on, get out of the pit. Okay, anyway, I did the usual run through to find where everything is, and discovered that there were, in fact, 8 melons that I could not find. And so I eventually gave in and watched another video that shows how to do it, because they were hidden in a rather stupid place. But yeah, this place, the name doesn't lie, it's quite a maze. It's not as bad as it could be, but it's still quite difficult to figure out where you're supposed to go some of the time. It's the first one, and up here I believe this leads to absolutely nothing. Yeah, just an apple. So I don't need that. You can let this wash you down. You can get up there, but I'm not going to because it doesn't actually help. Here's a place with some vines. This is like between 2 of the places that it washes you down. I have like a vague idea of where everything is now. Anyway, here we got the return of the pushing blocks together mechanic. It hasn't thrown any stupidness at us yet so far, like knowing to pound a certain block and push 2 others together. I forget what level it did that in, but I hated it when it did that. 5 melons, that's it for this area. At least for the ones I can reach now. Anyway, there's a heart up here, but here's a weird mechanic, these funky ghost things. I completely forgot these things existed before I started playtesting this level. They just sort of randomly connect 2 of these holes in the wall, and you can walk on them if they don't block your path. And that's about it. Anyway, that's like the main area. Most of the other areas are fairly small. And here's another weird thing. I'm not getting any coins when I get these, so I must be getting them out of the order that they wanted you to. I have no idea what the order is that they want you to do, and I didn't want to bother experimenting to find out. There's a melon up here that you can just barely see, and there's some that fall down on spores for some reason. And that's about it for this area. There's not much to talk about here. Wait. That was it? I could have sworn there was another one somewhere. I guess not. Shows how wonderful my memory is. It was just last night that I did this. Here we've got certain doom pits. The water tries to push you down into it and usually succeeds if you're not careful enough. I hope you can hear the music alright. I don't know what was up with that audio problem in the last one, so I'm trying to prevent that this time. Anyway, what you gotta do here is hit the switch to, well, you'll see in a second. Come on, there we go. Yeah, it creates this cloud, or 2 clouds I guess it is, so that you can push this an unnecessarily long distance in order to touch the other block with it. Hey. And this is completely pointless, but I have tried pushing that first block first so that the second one would land on top of it, and it doesn't let you do that. I have no idea why. It doesn't really matter, it's weird how it like resets. Anyway, that's the last melon in this area, but there is a bit extra something else before I go in the pipe. Just go across the vines, isn't too hard. You gotta avoid these blobby things. I don't think there's any way to kill them. And we get black egg, awesome. Yeah, the white egg appears in 2 of the page 3 levels, the black egg appears in 2 of the page 2 levels. And they apparently do stay after you beat the game, because I still have the white one from the previous playthrough. I didn't really know that. Look! More blocks to push. What a surprise, except this time you gotta push them in the goo. I still think that's kind of weird. Nothing really tells you that you're supposed to do that. And again, not getting any coins from the happy fruit, but it's no biggie. Anyway, here's a weird little mechanic. These bubbles contain the exclamation point things. And I don't think there's ever a time when you actually need them. They can make getting around slightly easier, but they're not in any way required. You can go away. Let's see, are we going to be going back? Yeah, now we're back in the main area to a section that you could otherwise not access. If I had gone up before, you would have seen this. And you would have seen that one block and nothing to do with it. But whatever, that just leads back to the main area, and now we can go right again. I love that song. It's so weird. Anyway, yeah, here's an example of these bubbles not having too much of a purpose. You can waste all the time you want trying to push it upwards so that you'll have something to stand on to get up after you pop it. Hold on. Yeah, I don't know why I'm doing this, because I know that it's pointless, so I'm not even going to bother, actually. Because, yeah, you can get up anyway. Look at this. If the water stops pushing me down, there we go. That easy. Here's a very easy to miss one. This is the only one that's buried in the whole level. There's a bunch of coins you can find buried, but I'm not bothering with those, so I didn't bother to make a note of where they're located. And, yeah, I couldn't remember if there was one there or not. Anyway, you want to go right here, or else you'll miss this one. I don't know, overall, it's a very frustrating level to find everything, but if you already know where everything is, it's not too challenging, and thus not very interesting to comment on. That would be the last of the hearts. This melon right here is kind of a jerk. Okay, I managed to get it anyway. And here's the part where I could not figure out what the hell you're supposed to do. See, he does that, and that gives you coins, and then that's it. And I can see that there's a thing up there, or a way to go anyway. But I figured you just had to fall down from there, and I searched the entire level many, many times to see what I was supposed to do. See, there's a pipe. I thought that was an exit pipe. But no, you're supposed to do this. Somehow know that there's a block there. Now you can, like, go behind the background here, but I checked, you can't even stand on that background before, so there's no sort of a hint other than the fact that Poochie's here. So I really don't know what the deal is with that. But whatever. Go in here, and here's the rest of the melons. You'd think that they could not pack them all into one room, but apparently they decided to do that anyway. I'm trying to not get that pepper. Letter O, for those who care, which is nobody. And there we go. Huzzah and whatnot. I think I would have preferred doing either level 1 or 2 here. I remember those being a lot more interesting, but this one, at least I got it out of the way. Those are very similar scores. I don't know how that happened. Why are hearts flying out of the blarg? Alright, let's see. Yeah, because a sewer is a lot less scary than a cave, okay? So they made a bad choice, is what you're saying. No kidding. And it's still, I have to question why they went into the tunnel after climbing a tower. And of course, tower leads to weird sewer thing, leads to clouds. Lots of sense there. But whatever, next time we will be doing Frustration. Let's see if the name is accurate of what the level will be like. So see you for that.